On Is It Fast, we bring you true driving cars. And that's why we have the Porsche 993, the very last of a breed. Welcome to Is It Fast? And welcome to yet another Porsche. This is the Porsche 993 and it is a significant 911 in the history and evolution of this car. This was the last air-cooled version of the 911 before the famous, or should I say infamous, 996 came out. And without a shadow of a doubt is the best driving car I have ever had the pleasure of driving. Everything, and I mean everything, is controlled by this rather podgy human behind the wheel right now. The steering, the gears, everything is in tune, in touch with the driver. There's no assistance here. There is no helping any part of you as you drive. It is all down to you. And I tell you what, if you stop concentrating for just a second, this thing rises from the belly of hell and kicks you square in the spuds. But then when you get a flat like this, this thing is absolutely redonkulous. It is just machine and man as one. And to be fair, if you take your eye off the ball, you will become one with the machine quite quick as you go into a tree. Because this thing wants to hurt you. This thing wants to hurt you as bad as your first girlfriend's dad as he sets eyes upon you and goes, "You are not good enough for my daughter." That's what this thing's like. It's full of rage. But it's beautiful. Wanna get butt naked, freak y'all, y'all wanna get butt naked, freak y'all, y'all wanna get butt naked, freak y'all, y'all wanna get butt naked. Put your hands up, put your hands up, hands up, put your hands up. Stu. Yo. Is it fast? It is fast. In fact, it's probably the most blisteringly fast feeling thing that has featured on Is It Fast? We should probably rename Is It Fast to Is It a 993? Because if it isn't, it probably isn't fast, and therefore you might as well not bother going out in it. The beauty of a car made in the mid-90s, designed just for speed and experience and excitement, is that it has no air conditioning. And today is a lovely summer's day in the south of England, which means both myself and my gentleman behind the camera are sitting in our own stew. It is warm in here. It is hot, it is warm, and it is hot, and it is warm. But I don't care, although I am starting to care a bit. Now, I've driven this car on the motorways, a couple of B roads, that's fine. I've driven this car on the motorways, on the B roads, the A roads, and this thing is just built for the winding little country lanes that we currently find ourselves on. You don't have to go that quick in this to feel like Marty McFly in Back to the Future. You just feel like it's ripping your face off, and you go round the corners and it feels like it's on rails. It's like a little Scalextric car that you've been allowed to take out of your living room on Christmas and actually experience on the road. I can see why these things are so sought after, because they're just a sensation, you know, just a world of fun that you just don't find in cars now. Is it left?
It's right.
Is it right? Is it fast? Who knows? This car harbours so many childhood memories. This car came out in 1993, and I was 5 years old. And so this was the 911 that existed when I was just starting to realise what cars were and what they meant to me. These were the Porsches that you saw running around and thought as a little boy, 7, 8 years old, holy mackerel, what is that? And how do I one day get in one? And now I'm in one. Thanks muchly to the Modern Classic Car Club, who's lent us this car for the day. It's one of these icons of the 90s, and also one of these icons of Porsche, because after this so much changed that this really was the last of a breed, the last of a type. And having driven modern 911s, I can see what the purists mean to a certain degree. I can see why, when they went from this into certainly the 996, why they thought, Porsche, what have you done with our beloved 911? What the hell do you think you're doing? Put it back immediately. I get it. I completely get it. This thing is rapid. You point it, you pull the trigger, and it just sticks to the road like a juggernaut. Jesus! Woo! Hit the brake. Finish your prayer. Check all the dials to make sure nothing's exploded. Make sure the cameraman hasn't shit his pants. And then go again! Bye! I'm a man in a car! Woo! It is just a beast! It's a monster! It's the return of the Backstreet Boys. Everything from the 90s is great. This is my new love. I love you, 993. I love you.
Stu,
Yeah.
can we open the windows then?
Yeah.
Why do you love driving this car?
Because
what does it mean to you?
I love sitting in sweat.